Hey guys, Brandy here. Welcome to Sewing Back. I'm on the back lot because it's easier to get truckloads of straw for my chicken run using our bridge over there and going in the back way because my chicken run's right back over there. And today I just wanted to talk to you if you have backyard chickens and you have an enclosed run, and if you live in well, I don't know about all urban kind of areas. I know where I live that in the counties around where I live and stuff like that, if you're in the burbs and or the urban areas, even if your cities and stuff allow you to fill out the paperwork to get backyard chickens, you typically have to keep them in an enclosed run. You can't let them free range. And honestly, it's a good thing because in neighborhoods you have lots of dogs, you have neighbors that are in closer proximity, and they don't want your chickens flying in their yards, pooping on their stuff, or eating their stuff, or what have you. So it's just like you would put your dogs in a fenced-in yard or something like that. You have to kind of do the same for your chickens. So in the spring, honestly, lately here in the last few years in Georgia, any time of year that you get a lot of rain or heavy downpours, your run can become a muddy mess, and it is a constant struggle to keep it not a muddy mess. So we've tried a lot of different things. In the coop, I've talked about hemp bedding. Love hemp bedding. It is definitely the way to go. Would not be the way to go on a run. Way too expensive. And yeah, so I've tried sand. At the recommendation of other backyard flock keepers, I have tried pine bark chips, which I hate and will never do again. I have tried hay, not loving that one either. And what I have found, I've also done the pine pellets, and in our runs we have a run attached to our big coop that's totally covered with a roof, not shade cloth, because water can get through the shade cloth. It still can get damp in there, but we have used the pine pellets, which I really do like those. It would be a little pricey for the run, the size that we have, and they would just totally, the pine pellets. So I like the pine pellets, but because we use shade cloth, the rain can get through the shade cloth, and they would just be kind of like sawdust after a good rain. So that would be a lot of waste in finances. And so what we have found that we like is untreated pine straw, which is long needled pine straw. And I get it at the same place I get my compost, my garden soil for my beds. And so I made a trip over there by myself in the truck, and I felt pretty good. I usually go with John, and I usually go together, and but I think I'm going to be driving the truck a little bit more now that my 17-year-old keeps taking my car. It's hard finding a used car for a 17-year-old these days. So for now, we're sharing until we can find something that we feel is worth the money and reliable and safe. So anyway, so I went over and I got the pine straw. So I ended up getting about 10 bales. I know I'll use at least 8. I may end up using all 10. And one of the things that's good about putting in the pine straw is the chickens, they love wanting to scratch in it. They love it. And they will scratch it into the run and the soil, and it'll help dry it out. And once it gets dried out to a certain degree, then you can scoop that out and put some new in. And right now it's just a mud hole, and we are definitely rethinking our run. I think what we want is a covered run with a roof, because we have too many hawks that I can't leave the top uncovered. Plus I have to have enough shade because we have all this sun. I mean, it's literally from the time the sun comes up, it's sunny until late in the evening. In the Georgia heat, they have to have that shade cloth covering and all that. So anyway, so I wanted to share that tip with you. So if you're finding yourself, maybe you're a new backyard chicken owner, and you're thinking through all these processes and stuff like that, for your coop, 100%, if your state will allow you, get you hemp bedding. I actually have a local person I can get hemp bedding from, or I can get it off of Amazon. Amazon will deliver it to my area because it's legal. I know some states it's not legal, unless that has changed. So if it's legal, it's amazing. I clean my coop out about 3 times a year. It's going to be about 3 times a year with all the girls in the coop now. When I just had 4, I was cleaning it twice a year. So no smell. It's amazing. If you have rabbits, I actually talked to someone. I was at a doctor's appointment last week, and I was talking with a guy. He raises they've rescued like these rabbits and this family of rabbits, and they keep them in their shade porch or something like that, he was saying. And he was just talking about how awful it is with all the pine shavings and the smells and all that. And I was like, you got to get hemp bedding. And he had never heard of hemp bedding, and matter of fact, while we were sitting there talking, he ordered his first amount of hemp bedding. I said, it'll change y'all's life. So if you have anything like that, great for that. But you want it to be more of an enclosed space, not in the elements. It's too expensive to be putting that out in the elements. So yeah. So typically what we put in the smaller run that's attached to the coop, I usually do pine pellets in those. I do hemp in my coop. I do pine straw under the coop because the girls like to sunbathe in there. It gets a lot of nice morning light, and they've always enjoyed that. So I typically just put up some pine straw under there, and then the big run is pine straw. With the time we decided, oh, we'll just do a real thick pine bark. Oh. Don't listen to the YouTubers that tell you that's the way to go. It's not the way to go. Just trust me. So pine straw is the way to go. You need to find a good source of it year round. Be switching it out depending on your weather. If you're in a dry spell, it lasts a whole lot longer. If you're in a wet season, you're gonna have to change it more often. When it's really wet around here, we probably change it somewhere between a month to 5 weeks. If it's drier, not that big of a deal, and then we can go longer. We just kind of watch it. But anywho, so I wanted to show you that. So I'll take you along and show you what it looks like when you get all the pine straw in the run. So you're gonna go with me to drive the truck back. But I've got to unlock this thing here so I can put it back the way I found it. Let's see. I had to put it in 4-wheel drive to drive it back here because it's wet. Oh, now I need to get my gloves. I have to say, these truck covers are amazing. His truck, when we got it, came with it. It was the original owner had put it on. They had put on a lot of nice features on this truck, and that one's one of them. All right, so let's drive back to the other side, to the other cul-de-sac. I've also been talking to a lady, about tractor work back here. So if I can turn the camera around, hold on. You can see all of this. We're wanting to plow up and make a in-ground garden back here. We think that's what we're going to do this year. Now that was fun. I guess I should put it back in. I don't know how to put it back in. There. I think I got it back in regular drive.
So as you can see here, I am moving the last of the pine straw over to the chicken coop to put into the run. And you'll see me coming in and cutting the twine off of the pine straw, and I just kind of break the pieces up and I throw it about the run. The run is about somewhere between 15 feet by 20 feet, maybe give or take a little bit more. And the chickens will scratch all of this in by the end of the day, and it will help.
Guys, now this is through my fence and the chicken wire. We have a fence as well as chicken wire around the run and shade cloth. I gave them I had some raw milk that needed to get used up, so that's what's in that black thing that they're all drinking out of. But if you can see, I just take the string off and take the little pieces and just throw them around the run so that they will scratch through this, and they love doing it. So it gives them something to do, keeps them occupied. An occupied chicken is a happy chicken. It's just the truth. And yeah, so I hope this might help you. If you have backyard chickens that are enclosed, or maybe you're struggling with the same issue of mud. If you can see, let's see if you can see that it has some straw, but this is a muddy mess. I don't know if you can. I wore the wrong shoes when I first came in here, and now I've got to wash those. I had to go get my boots. But anyway, this will transform this area in the next day or so. I thank you for watching. I thank you for stopping by the channel. I hope that you found this valuable, that maybe our experience might save you a bad experience. If you have something different that you do and you like and works for you, love to hear about it. I'd also think about where you live. We're in Georgia, and Georgia has the last, I think it's 3 years. We've gotten more rain than Seattle, and we also have the hot, humid summers. So moisture is a constant here and a battle. So keeping things dry, you know, whether it's my chickens, whether it's my plants, you know, fighting stuff with fungus and stuff like that. So, you know, take your climate certainly into account. So that might make things a little bit different for you. But I promise you, hemp bedding in the coop, no smell. No smell. I believe I have a video, and I'm pretty sure that the hemp, it was in November we changed it. I'm fixing to change it again, and it's May 1st. So, and I will change it probably again in August, because with summer and having this many more chickens, that's probably wise. I hope that helps you. If it does, we'd love a thumbs up. If you are new here and you like what you see, we would appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel. Or if you know someone who maybe they have chickens and you think this would be valuable, we'd love for you to share our information with them. That helps build our platform. And I'm a little winded. Let me tell you, this is why when you get older, why you got to lift weights to some degree. They don't have to be super heavy ones, but you got to do that kind of work. And I got to work on that for sure, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But anyway, I thank you for stopping by, for watching our video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.